Growing up, I had dreams and aspirations, but always felt like the kid that didn't fit in. For the most part, I wasn't a bad kid, but when I made the transition into adulthood, I turned to the streets for guidance. This led to getting locked up in juvenile hall, doing time in CYA, and eventually a 120-month sentence in federal prison. I had a lot of time to think and reflect during my federal sentence, so I share with you what I learned, hoping I can positively influence someone else's life with Prison Talk.
What up, Big Herc 916? You tune into another edition of Prison Talk, and I found this story pretty disturbing, but at the same time, just kind of a sign of the times of where people's minds are at and how they feel about certain situations. And no disrespect to the family, but it's just sad that our young men continue to embrace a lifestyle that they think is so glorious or gangster, and don't live to see their 30s, their 40s, their 50s, their 60s, their 70s, their 80s, their 90s, and miss out on, you know, if they have kids, miss out on their kids growing up and leading by example. You know, this gangster lifestyle stuff, man, it's a joke. You know, it's something that was actually picked up from Southerners that migrated here from England in the 1700s, 1600s. And, you know, back then they used to have these fights where they'd maim each other in the street, bite ears off, gouge eyeballs, bite noses off, you know, just, and this stuff was accepted. You know, there'd be crowds and people just, they would call, you know, a certain set of rules. And if there was no rules there, I mean, they would do everything. They would literally try to castrate you from just grabbing your nutsack and pull it off. That's what, they would do this in England. And that form of fighting, you know, came over from England, and, you know, that's what they would do. And it'd be, you know, it'd be a form of, you know, respect. It's like, you disrespect me, you know, and that's what would happen all over a use of a word or a look, or, you know, it's just, it was normalized. And, you know, they said all the way up to 1791, most of the statesmen from the South had engaged in a duel at one time or another. And that, if you guys aren't familiar with, the duel was back in the day, if you disrespected somebody by calling them out of name or saying something that brought shame, from what they considered brought shame to them, you guys would have to, you know, take 10 steps, shoot it out. You know, sometimes the 10 steps was 3, sometimes it was 1. I mean, but honorable men, you know, they considered it to be honorable. They would duel it out. And dudes was getting they wigs blown off, you know. And then if a guy was injured, sometimes the guy would walk over there and pull out his Bowie knife and gut him out. I mean, right there. And you know, he'd go about, and he was now he was an OG in the community. And this is back in the day, man. And by definition, when they use the word cracker was somebody predominantly from England who boasted or lied. And that's how that whole terminology came about. You can look it up, old English dictionary, an older dictionary, possibly being a Black's Law, but by definition was a boaster, somebody who lied, and it was a Southern term. So fast forward, you have hip hop culture. You have people who boaster and who lie, make up shit, you know, and to keep it real, they try to now live that life, and it's just resulted in so many young deaths. And I'm not critiquing in a sense where, I'm any better than those who have participated in that, because I was a part of that culture as far as being ignorant to its whole nature and what its narrative was, which is destroying the black community. But it's been taking our youth, man. And this incident right here, it's this rapper's embalmed body propped up on a club stage for the homegoing celebration. This is by Debbie Lord, Cox Media Group, National Content Desk, 6 hours ago. This was earlier. The embalmed body of slain rapper was propped upright on stage Sunday inside a Washington, D.C. nightclub as friends and family celebrate his life, according to news reports. Markelel Morrow, who went by the stage name Goonie, was shot and killed last month in Maryland. His death remains an open homicide investigation. Videos of the homegoing celebration went viral soon after they were posted on social media outlets. They showed people listening to music and dancing around the stage where the body was propped up. The rapper's family defended the event held at the Bliss nightclub in Washington. For all the negatives, people probably don't even know nothing about us, Morrow's mother, Patrice Morrow, told Fox 5 DC. They have no idea. People just saying what they want to say, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. I'm pleased with how I sent my son away. I wish people would just let me grieve in peace. And in the Instagram post on Monday, Bliss apologized for what happened at the venue, saying they were contacted by a funeral home but never made aware of what would transpire. We sincerely apologize to all those who may be upset or offended. The statement reads, "We're not trying to clear anything up." Ariana Morrow, Goonie's sister, said, "We don't care about anybody and what you all have to say. Negative, nobody. We don't care." They're like, "I know this. His mama wouldn't approve of that." Yeah, she did. She was on stage with us. Some on social media speculated that the body was a wax dummy, but a rapper who performed at the celebration said the body was Morrow's. Black Fortune, who performed at the event, wrote in an Instagram story, "No, this ain't no wax figure. My Brody went out gangster." Oh, man. That's crazy, man. I don't want other families or kids to think that this is how you go out. You shouldn't go out. What happened to dying of natural causes, man? What happened of living a good life? You know, the benefits were short-lived. Whatever benefits you got from the gangster rap from the streets, it's short-lived. The streets don't care. They don't care. It's an unsolved homicide. Whoever killed this man is still running around out there, man. It's just crazy, man. And man, I try to reach out to the young people, man, to tell them that ain't no life. You guys could be engineers, you could be scientists, you could be doing so much more. And you guys are getting money now, so it's limitless what you can do. You can make some money and get the hell out of here. Get away from that lifestyle, man. Get away from that whole just bottom barrel, rob you, kill you. Just, man, if you know what, man, E40 said something about the dope game about, people use it as a stepstone and got out of there. You guys could, use this, whatever you're doing, hip hop, the boastering, the line, making up stories, trying to be about that life. Use it if you're talented as a stepstone to get out quick before somebody jealous takes you out the game. Get in and get out. Don't let it eat you up, man, because it will swallow you up, man. This thing is vicious, man. It's vicious, man. I've seen it. I've looked at the barrel of a gun multiple times, and it ain't, dude, it's not. I'm glad I'm still here, man. The universe had a bigger purpose for me. It was bigger than me going to juvenile hall, than me going to CYA, than me going to the federal pen. It's bigger, man, and that's why I put these videos out, and that's why these things, come into my awareness to talk about so that I can share them with you guys, but it ain't going out gangster, bro. It ain't going out gangster. No disrespect to the man who performed, but it ain't gangster, man. It's gangster to be there for your family, to be there for your kids, to be a parent, man, to be a son, to be a daughter, to create a legacy. That's gangster. The lifestyle that's being promoted right now, with all that, man, thinking that dumping 200,000 on a chain and run around and you had to shoot somebody. No, that's not gangster, man. That ain't gangster. I'm sorry to say it, it's not gangster, man. That's what they tricked you into believing, but that shit is not gangster. It's not gangster, man. Not gangster, man. It's the bamboozle, man. It's the bamboozle. So, crazy story, I just think it's sad because I seen another story where some mom went to visit her son at the gravesite. She got killed. And then I seen something previously where they were at a wake and some guys came in there and took the body or was going to disrespect the body. I mean, it's crazy, man. I don't know what's going on, man. It's like, that's not normal. It's not normal, man. It's not normal to glorify this stuff, man. So, hey, man, Big Hurt 916. It's not normal, man. It's not normal, and I don't want you guys out there to think that this is how life should be. Big Hurt 916, Prison Talk.
Go. Hey, what does your shirt say?
Cancel culture.
Why is it crossed out?
Because over at Fresh Out, we ain't with that bullshit. Pick you up a shirt at freshoutseries.com. Lockdown's over. Get your yard time in. Exclusively at freshoutseries.com. I'm Big Hurt, and I have over a decade of experience in the prison system. Yeah, I've done a lot of time, made a lot of stupid mistakes, but that's why I'm here with you today, educating you on the Mastermind program by Fresh Out. See, they don't give you a manual when you go to jail on how to survive. They don't tell you how to go take a shower, where to sit at when you go to chow, what to do when you have mail call, how to handle your commissary. See, we cover that and a multitude of other topics that are very important, because if you do the wrong thing, you can get your damn wig split. We have over 100 million views as of date on our YouTube channel, but we've put and condensed all this knowledge into this Mastermind program so that you can provide your client with a winning chance. Do yourself a favor and your client a favor and sign them up for our program so they don't have to get their wig split and they can make it out alive.